Sip Pankaj, Sip Tina, Sip Sagai, Sip Atmatray, Sip Bliko, Sip Parvatiyama, Sip Ru Mataji, Sip Bliss. Welcome to the call. So this is our interesting call on the topic. How many of you are already preparing for the topic? I don't know how many of you have the topic ahead of you in your hands. But the topic today is this: why is 99% of the world not pursuing spirituality? How is it relevant to us? Some of us are wondering whether we need to be spiritual or we don't need to be spiritual. Does it make sense? We are wasting our time? Or is spirituality actually meaningful? So let us get into it. Ashok Nichani wants to start the champion, as I call, of the talk. Ashok Nichani. Yes, sir. Boliye. I can't hear you, Ashok. Is your signal? Yes, Ashok. Please, audio. Ashok, on your audio, please. No, your audio, you're muted. You're not able to unmute? Bliko, please try Bliko. Bliko, unmute. Yes, Bliko, please speak. Ashok, you're not unmute. Bliko, please speak.
I think he didn't
try to unmute.
Yeah. Shivoham, everybody. So it comes to, the reminding of that PPPP, 4P, the prison of possession, people, and pleasure. People are busy in this 4 Ps. So they think that they will get happiness from this, even though they know that unhappiness is immediately experienced after every pleasure and happiness of momentary things. Still, they are ignorance of ignorance that there is a way to find permanent happiness, bliss in this spirituality, which they are unaware, they don't try, they don't understand, and they are busy in this all prison of 4 Ps, so they never come out of this prison. That's the reason most of the people are blind.
So 99% of the people would not, you're going by the visual. You're going by the visual. 90% of the world is not pursuing spirituality. So you think they are actually imprisoned? This is what you believe? It's not that they don't want it. You feel they may want it, but they are in the prison. Is what you believe?
No, they are ignorance of this ignorance that there is a way to find eternal peace in spirituality. They never try it, and that's why they are so busy in this prison, and they think that this is not prison. This is the way of life. This is the way we can find the happiness, and they try and they try. Even if they fail several times, they think that this is the life. What else we can do? So they are ignorance of the great ignorance that there is a way to find eternal peace from spirituality.
So you're giving 3-4 answers, Bliko. Would you like to specify what are all the things that you are saying? First, you told me there's a prison. Then you told me there is ignorance. Now, there are two different things. Being in the prison is I am imprisoned. So I am in the prison. I am not, it's not my fault. I am in the prison. This is what you said, POPPP. Then you said it is because of ignorance. I mean, both are valid. Are you giving two separate answers, or I didn't understand you?
This both is interconnected. So one is in the prison. He don't understand that he's in prison. He thinks that this is the life. What else is this? So they don't believe, or they don't understand that they are in prison, and that's why they enjoy they suffer in the same prison, and they are ignorance of the ignorance that there is a way to find the eternal peace in spirituality. They never try it. They never try to understand it, and that's why they never tasted that thing. So how would they know that there is a way?
Okay. So let me, what you say is absolutely correct. I'm only trying to put it in right perspective. Ashok Nichani, are you able to unmute now or not, Ashok Nichani?
Yes, sir ji. Shivam, sir ji.
Bataiye, what are you trying to say?
Sarji, I've got 3 or 4 points.
Yeah, please.
Explain.
Okay. Everybody has
One
many
is
points today.
ignorance.
Okay.
First point.
Yeah.
Ignorance, ego,
Yeah.
truth. We don't accept the truth.
Hmm.
And our lifestyle. We think we are everything. Everything else is nothing, we think.
Okay.
We are blind because we don't see God in everything.
So, Ashok, I'm asking you again. Why, according to you, you are following the spiritual path? Why 99% of the people around you are not following the path? Because you said
Sarji, our senses are distracting us. Our senses are turning away from the spiritual path.
Okay. So that is the reason why most of the people are, because they are all prisoners of their senses, is what you're saying?
Prisoners of slaves of our ego. We are slaves of our mind.
Where does ego come in the picture? Because of the ego, they're not following the spiritual path.
We are slaves of our mind, Sarji.
Slaves of the mind. Okay, not the ego, but the mind. Okay.
Not the ego.
Okay, good. Let us go on to Atmatrai. I'd like to get everybody's opinions and then we try to put it together. Atmatrai?
Sure, sir.
Maybe this path is not good. Maybe people are not following this path because this path is not good. Is it like that, Atmatrai?
No. Sir, my opinion is some people only know about religion, but don't know about spirituality. They only
hear you.
Yes, some people know about spirituality, but are attached with materialistic things, and some people don't give priority to spirituality.
I'm sorry, but I could not hear you. Can you please quickly repeat it?
Okay. Yes, sir. I think, sir, some people only know about religion, not about spirituality.
Okay, good.
Yes. Some people know about. Can I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay, sir. Some people know about spirituality, but they are attached with materialism, and some people don't give priority to spirituality.
Okay, why they're not giving priority to spirituality? Because they're attached to the material world, correct?
Yes, sir, yes.
And some people, what you say is very new point.
Don't know about spirituality. Only
because of religion.
Religion,
80% of the world believes in religion. Correct. 80% of the world believes in God. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Sound is breaking, but
I'm not.
I can.
Sound is breaking.
Huh?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Now I can hear.
Yes.
Okay, if you all can't hear.
Sound breaking, sir.
Your voice is not clear.
We are able to hear you.
And I said 80% of the people.
Okay.
Right? So, but Atmatrai got a very valid point. Since I can hear you, let me go to the next person because I can hear you. So let me hear all of you. Ruth Anu, bataiye.
Shalom, Guruji.
Shalom, bataiye, Ruth Anu.
Guruji, because they are in bhoga and also because they are running behind money, fame, success, and short-term happiness, and they are into attachments, responsibility, and that is the world. They don't think about spirituality.
But how come you also are in that world? But how come you are free from that world?
I'm trying to be in this journey of spirituality.
What brings you? You are also in the world. You have responsibilities. I'm not saying you're attached. Obviously, you're here on the call, and so you are committed to this journey. But you are giving your personal experience, your personal example.
No, generally I was saying.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Rumata ji, बताइए.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
बताइए Rumata ji.
Guruji, I am with Atmatra ji, but I want to add this. Religion makes us believe in myths that struck our way to spirituality. Because then the person stops thinking ahead of that. Whatever is taught them, religion has taught them, they are not ready to move forward than that.
But
They
do you
are
think,
stuck there.
But I don't think that religion is a major cause to stop people from spirituality. I think religion is the foundation. Yeah, religion is no doubt. Religion is I would say it's a bottleneck. Bottleneck, matlab you have to break free. You know, I was just contemplating how Ramakrishna Paramahansa, sometimes he had to kill his goddess. He had to kill his goddess to be able to overcome religion. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, his Guru Totapuri told him, unless you take a sword and kill your goddess. So he had to take the sword because the goddess was coming in the way of his realization. Goddess was coming in the way of his enlightenment. So I was contemplating how Ramakrishna Paramahansa gives examples, as you all are giving the example, how religion can become a bottleneck because he loved his goddess so much. He loved Kali. He was so much in love with Kali that the Guru told him, take a sword and cut off the head of Kali. So then that we are not able to do because we are so addicted to our religion. You know, our personal God and goddess, we sometimes we believe so much, we are not able to break through and move forward in spirituality.
Guruji, for example, death takes place in the family.
Yeah.
Then people, when we go there and sit for condolence, we hear many things from the people around who are sitting. They are talking something or the other. Some is saying the Atma is here for 13 days. Some will say you have to do these ceremonies, this ceremony for 13 days. You have to observe this and that. So all the people, they are for long time, from ages to ages, they are believing in this. So they are not ready to accept that Atma has left the body and now body is burnt. Then, as you say, who will go to heaven and who will go to hell? So all these myths, they block their mind.
So basically,
that is one of the reasons for not going towards spirituality. I may be wrong, I don't know.
Is my audio okay, Girish?
Okay, sir.
Okay, no, it's I'm losing. So Rumataji, what you're saying, it's not just religion, but rituals. Rituals and superstitions and these dogmas, these myths, yeah.
Yes. And nowadays people are over busy. They don't have time to stand and stare. They don't have time even to see the beauty of nature. Then what they will think of spirituality? So they are over busy.
People are caught. Basically, Rumataji, what you're saying, people are trapped. People are trapped in what Bliko said, in Ashok said, in ignorance. And therefore, this path, which is supposed to be, you're all following this particular path, but people are not able to come to this path because they are unable to come. They are just caught. So let us see some more new ideas. Yogini, what is your thought, Yogini?
Shivom, sir. It is the fear that is stopping them to walk on the path of spirituality.
What is the fear?
Fear of losing the family, fear of going away from the world. Maybe they think nobody will really be normal with us if I say that I have become spiritual. So all these fears stop them to come over here.
Very interesting. Yeah, you're right. Because people think spirituality is a curse. People in the outside world, they think, oh, what? You've become spiritual, man. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? You've become spiritual. People don't say that for religious, actually. People who are becoming religious, they don't say it. But spiritual, you're right. I mean, it has got a taboo. And people don't understand the meaning of spirituality. Okay, good. Anything else, Komal, Yogini? Okay, so next. Okay, good. Chotwani, you would like to say something, Chotwani?
Sure, sir. Sir,
Sure.
actually, important point is ignorance. Due to ignorance, the world thinks this world is real. So they are very much attached and busy. So they can't get time for spirituality.
You're absolutely right. One of the biggest things what we are thinking this world is real. But it's very funny, right? We all think, though in the scripture it's written, Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya. Now, people are not able to understand this. This world is not real. The fact is we will leave everything and go. The fact is we cannot take anything with us. We cannot take our money with us, but still we are attached to our money. The relationships that we have got, none of the relationships will last. Correct? But because we are ignorant that this world is illusion. So Ashok, why are people ignorant that the world is illusion? That's the reason they're not following spirituality. That's all you're saying.
So
okay,
one point I want to add, there is scarcity of spiritual guru. There are so many religion guru, they are talking about religion, but not talking about spirituality, sir.
If you want religious gurus, there are in a queue. There are thousands. So Ashok Chotwani, you should become spiritual guru.
Still, I am some disciples of you.
No, so this is one of my goals is for all of you is I want to help you all. That's why we started in last Friday. How do you help people start a quest? Why I'm asking you, is it so complicated for you to be a spiritual mentor? It is not so complicated.
No, sir.
It is not complicated. Yeah. But you have it's not easy. There's a lot of commitment. A lot of commitment for you to learn, for you to be able to practice, for you to be able to. It's not easy. And then if you want to be that, Samatma sent a photograph yesterday where she's got 5-6 people and she's given books to them and she's given them.
Sound is breaking.
This photograph. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and effort. And if you do not have the time, then you can't do it. Therefore, there is a lot of commitment to be a mentor.
Sure.
But thank you, Ashok. You gave both very beautiful points. Samatma, have we lost you? Samatma, please.
Shivoham, sir.
Yes, Mohit. Yes,
most of the people are confused between religion and spirituality. And they feel that if they are spiritual, they have to do hundreds of rituals or pujas per day, and they have to be totally into that. And they are also ignorant about the fact that they are ignorant about spirituality. They feel it's an untrodden path, that they'll be alone, that they have to leave everything behind. So they are scared to go on that path. That they'll be all alone.
So in fact, tomorrow we have a very interesting subject. I am not, it is, in spirituality, people think that we have to renounce the whole world. Do we have to renounce the world? Do I tell any of you that you have to renounce the world? No.
No.
Being spiritual is a choice. Being spiritual is a way of life. Being spiritual, you cannot live in any other world. You have to live in this world only. You cannot live in another world and become spiritual. There's no way. So, okay. So, Samatma, anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay, good. So, with that, we have got the next person in the list is Girish. Yes, Girish. MS Manu. Girish? Girish, are you unmuting?
It's gone out.
We have to admit him again. Okay. Okay, till Girish comes. I'm not sure Girish will be is already in. Rekha Parwani. Girish will come back to talk, but Rekha Parwani.
Reduce Madhu. Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
They think that in spirituality, you only sadhus can get that. They can become spiritual. They think that you have to go to the mountains. And one more thing is they don't have self-realization and God realization. They think that if you just pray to God as a statue, it's enough. They feel those who are going spiritual, they have to renounce the death.
Who are I mean, the world, Rekha, what you said is very true. The world is so confused. One man came and asked me when he said you're wearing white. I was in a plane, and he told me, "Are you Aghori?" What's Aghori? Anybody knows the meaning of Aghori? Aghori? Who knows Aghori ka meaning?
I don't know how to explain it.
तांत्रिक होते हैं, तांत्रिक मांत्रिक वगैरह.
So people are very confused. People are so confused between religion and spirituality. Spirituality is the science of the spirit. It is a scientific subject. It tells you that you are not the body, mind, and ego. You are the divine soul. You are God. Spirituality makes you realize, in fact, spirituality, since Girish, you are next on the line, Girish. Spirituality makes, when we make a list, what all spirituality can give you, it can give you happiness. But people are not seeking happiness. People want pleasure. Then spirituality can give you peace. But people don't know that the way to peace is through spirituality. Spirituality can give you purpose. What is the purpose of your life? Today, I know people, they commit suicide. Why they commit suicide? They commit suicide because they are ignorant about the reality of life, and they are slaves of the mind. To commit suicide, you know how long it takes?
Yeah.
To commit suicide, it takes only few seconds.
Yes.
I was forwarded as suicide. What's the name of the person? Twitch. You have heard about Twitch? Those who are abroad may have heard. 2-3 days back, I believe he's a 40-year-old musician.
I saw it on news.
Yeah. They said 40-year-old, he just left his house, he left his wife, he went into a hotel, took a gun and shot himself.
My God.
A spiritual person will never do this. A spiritual person will flip from mind to consciousness. But in this journey of spirituality,
the same person who threw his child also from the balcony. There was one recently.
No, that was somebody. That was somebody else.
Yes.
That was somebody.
And they don't have the guidance. They just follow the herd.
So what happens? Why I am telling you? Why we having this?
Karma also in the beginning.
No. Karma is wrong answer. See, karma is twin karma. Your past karma will not stop you from spirituality. Your past karma can create circumstances which will be a hurdle. Yes. But your present karma can make you choose spirituality.
Yes.
So I don't think all of you who have come here on this call, you may have some good karma that brought you here, or you may have chosen. And if you don't use your buddhi and you don't use your intellect, people who don't use their intellect, yesterday they tell me, one of my relatives, I'll just tell you this, what happened. Yesterday, one man and one boy, they're supposed to be the relatives of my relatives. So I sometimes, they tell me, they were sitting in a train and the train reached a station and they were going to get down. But 5 minutes before the station or 10 minutes before the station, they fell asleep. So the train reached the station and now they were sleeping. They woke up and the train was starting to move. So the man jumped out of the train and he stripped and he told his son to jump out of the train. And the son jumped to the train and his bones are broken. All his bones are broken. Now, why did he have to jump out of the train?
He has to pull the chain.
No, pulling the chain, I don't know. I'm not such an expert in this subject.
Whatever.
But I mean, you take a risk of your life. This is called going by. This is a real story of yesterday. This is called going by the mind. When we go by the mind, we don't make an intellectual decision.
Yes.
And spirituality is all about, I don't know, people are so foolish. They don't realize that spirituality is all about being intellectual. Spirituality is not mythology. It is not, people who are so easily religious. Sometimes I laugh. People, they say, हम अभी पूजा है, हमने 100 लीटर दूध मंगाया है शिवरात्रि के लिए, 100 लीटर दूध में हम केसर डालेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे, so they say so many big things people want to do out of religion. But there's no logic to it. What is the logic? There's no logic. Spirituality is all about logic. Okay, Girish, let us hear some more. Girish.
99% of the people may not know that there is an exit way from worldly misery while living. They think that only death will bring us free from worldly misery. So and they are not doing it now.
And how to make people understand that spirituality will liberate you from misery, Girish?
We have to make them understand that how mind affects them, and by explaining, we have to make it clear that they can be free from pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego, by following the methods.
There was one person yesterday who spoke to me. In their mouth, full of blisters. The mouth was full of blisters. And I said, find a spiritual solution. Because I feel your mouth can be full of blisters also because of your mind. Because if your mind has got toxic thoughts, the toxic thoughts can create blisters in your mouth. And the person took medicine, and also the person tried to turn from NEP to PEP, from negative to positive. And today I got a message, the mouth is okay, the blisters are gone. So what I'm saying is negativity can create a lot of toxic. Negativity can kill you. Negativity releases hormones, releases chemicals. We have to be, if we are controlled by negative thought or negative feelings and emotions, it can destroy us. So Girish, you believe that people don't know that spirituality is the way to be free. Sometimes one of our best-selling books, I don't know whether you have read this book or not. One of our best-selling books is Many Problems, One Solution. Many Problems, One Solution. All the problems of life, the solution is one. Do you know that? Do you all know that all the problems in life, the solution is one? And one of the latest best-selling books, some people's favorite, the latest best-selling book, Flip from Mind to Consciousness. Flip from Mind. It's one of the, last week also we sold highest books, Flip from Mind to Consciousness. How the mind that can create a grind. I told you yesterday, the mind can create thoughts that will come like rain. It will push us down the drain, and it will make us suffer pain again and again. But unfortunately, people don't realize all this. The whole world is struggling with war. Can you believe in 2022? Can you believe? I can't believe. In 2022, Ukraine and Russia are in a war, and the whole world is helpless. Can you believe we are supposed to be civilized human beings? But I cannot believe that we are so uncivilized. We are worse than animals. We are worse than animals because in today's world, in today's day and age, man is having war and killing man. What a shame. What a shame. And the world is unable to do anything. Okay. So, Rekha Parvati, anything more you want to say?
Yes, sir. it's like lack of education. Since our childhood, we don't have any education on spirituality. So no one has the knowledge what is spirituality, what is self-realization.
Yeah. So that is a big problem. And what Rumataji said, when you go to a death ceremony, I mean, people talk weird things. The soul will be a ghost for 13 days. You need to do this puja, and by doing this puja, you will become okay. I told you all the story. One man told me when my mother went to one pujari and told him about 15 years back that my son is suffering a lot in his business. I told you all that story, Ashok Chotwani. So my mother, she was very disturbed about 15 years back. My business was going upside down 15 years back, or maybe 20 years back. Sorry, more than 20 years back, 20 years back. So she went to a priest, and the priest told, I know the problem of your son. Your son's business is going upside down because in the last janam, this is a real story. This is a real story. In the last janam, your son has done a gau hatya. And if he has done gau hatya, now we have to do sone ki gai ki puja. Sone ki gai ki puja. So my mother told me, go and meet this priest 20 years back. And I went and met the priest and I told, Swamiji, bolo kya karna hai, Swamiji? He said, kya karna? Tumhare pichle janam mein tumne gau hatya kiya hai. And that time I was an innocent fellow. You know, if it was now, I would have taken that Swami and put him down the well. If I could take him, I would drop him down the well. But that Swami told me, so I told the Swami what to do. He said, you don't worry anything. You don't worry. I will do everything. I will arrange everything. I asked him where to make the Sone ki gai, which jeweler will make Sone ki gai, what puja to do, what saman you want, what rice you want, what coconuts you want. He said, you don't worry. You leave it to me. So he told me, you come next Thursday, after 2 Thursdays. So I went after next Thursday. He said, Betho. And he said, he made me sit in front of a rice, and he started ringing the bell. And after about 5 minutes, he told me, ho gaya, abhi ho gaya. I told Swamiji, wo sone ki gai kidhar hai? Sone ki gai. He said, sone ki gai ye chawal ke andar tha. I said, मुझे देखना है. He said, नहीं, तुम देख नहीं सकते हो. वो सोने की गाय को मैंने अंदर डाल के मैंने पूजा किया है. उसके ऊपर हमने सब सामान डाल के पूजा खत्म हो गई. So I told him, Puja, what I have to do? He told, just pay 35,000 rupees. He asked me to pay 35,000 rupees. And what I had to do? For my pocket, my mother told me, take money and go. I took 35,000 rupees and I paid to him and I walked out. I was so clear that this man has fooled me. People are scared of spirituality. Such people have made spirituality because people, who Rekha said, Atmatrai said, people have taken religion and spirituality as two sides of the same coin. And very bad name. Chandra.
So going down to the divine in everyone, today's question, why is 99% of the humanity not pursuing spirituality? So as I see, the spiritual quest starts with a proper question about life, which eventually becomes a burning desire to seek reality. 99% don't ask such questions, and even family and society keeps people programmed to seek everything from the mundane. So I think that is the reason people are not easily seeking spirituality.
So one, people are not asking question. And two, family is not supporting it because family itself is ignorant about it, correct?
Even the society.
Yeah, family, 99% of the society doesn't know the meaning of spirituality. 99% of society thinks spirituality and religion is the same. I am very spiritual. मैं तो daily Bhagavad Gita पढ़ता हूँ. So daily Bhagavad Gita पढ़ने से you don't become spiritual only by reading the Bhagavad Gita. Are you practicing? What are you doing in terms of practice? So, okay. Thank you, Chandra. Bliko?
I just want to say only the same thing. Like if you ask a blind person asking blind person for the way, how can he find the way? So it's like that, because people don't find the right person, and people think that whatever my forefather is doing is that is the right thing. What my uncle is doing, what everybody is doing, that is the right thing. So how can he find the light when there is no light? The complete darkness. People are in darkness of ignorance. That is the reason why people are not going to spirituality. And with this religion is a very good step, but it is as good as very bad impression on the people's mind, because of this so-called people who is taking them round and round and round and round, and doing all these rituals and all this the unlogical things, and they believe, and this create separation between the religion, between the people, and this separation makes the quarrel, and that's why all this
but Bliko, since you're a spiritual person, how sad it is, Bliko.
Very,
it's
very
so
sad.
sad. It is when I look at people who are not religious. For example, I feel so sad for that foolish man. You know that foolish man? Which foolish man? I feel sad for that foolish man who went to the Swami before the Gau Hatya. I feel sad for that foolish man. He was such a foolish man. How could you be such an idiot? I feel sad for that idiot who went and paid 35,000 for Gau Hatya. He was such an idiot. He was such a stupid fellow. He was such a stupid fellow.
No, so it is very difficult to realize our mistake when we don't know our mistake. It is our mistake, right? This is the ignorance of ignorance. This is very dangerous. Like you tell me, you are telling about the war in Ukraine, and that surprised me too. I was thinking maybe this war will finish in 1 week or 2 weeks, because this is very high-tech war. I'm going to finish, and then NATO is there. NATO is going to control everything. And
it's a shame. What a shame. What a shame.
People are suffering like anything.
This is clearly a lack of spirituality in the world. This is clear example. Otherwise, the world could have easily stopped this through a spiritual dialogue. Spiritual.
Correct.
Why are we killing? Why are we? Whatever has to be done through dialogue. Not
this is
through,
a very simple, very simple act for everybody to take a note. All the country they have to have same.
Okay, good. Because Atmatray, all those who are still on audio video, Atmatray, yes.
Sir. I'm looking that so many people doing dhyan and bhakti, but spiritual needs vivek and vairagya. But many people prefer easy way.
No, because they don't know Atmatray. Atmatray, people are taught to do asana, pranayama, and they told this is yoga. Whole world is for. If you go to Canada and USA, there is hot yoga and thanda yoga and utna yoga and baitna yoga, all type of yogas. And people are making, I can't use some bad Hindi words. People are making ullu. This is the best word I can use. People go, chuna. People, I'll give a more decent word. Logo ko chuna lagate hain, chuna. So, this is, and we need spiritual leaders. Today, I would, in the book World Peace, what do I read? We don't need religious leaders and political leaders. We need spiritual leaders. And all of you in this call, you are blessed. You are all blessed to be spiritually enlightened, to share this message. You all are learned so many spiritual truths. When I speak, I feel ignorant and sometimes in front of you. You are all so much advanced compared to me. And I feel that you all can spread the spiritual message. The spirit I was writing, today I just finished the book Shivoham. I'm writing a new book called Shivoham to be released before Shivratri. And Adi Shankara used the word Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham in the 8th century, my dear friends. And the Upanishads and the Vedas are written 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago, we have been taught Neti Tattvamasi. And we are taught I am Atma Brahma. We are taught Prajnanam Brahma. We are taught Aham Brahmasmi. We are learning all complicated chemical equations. Every father and mother is teaching their son and daughter all kind of garbage to come pass the examination in the class. But we are not teaching them what is the meaning of life. Spirituality has taken a back seat, and we must, all of you have been blessed. You all must work towards spreading the spiritual message. You all have to work. Ruth Anu.
Guruji.
Bolo.
Once again,
I can't hear you.
Guruji, thank you for giving me one more opportunity to speak.
Bolo.
Guruji, I don't know about the world, but I know about my mother. Today, I'm also in their apartment list, and and the message came in the morning today that somebody has expired. We were not knowing them, so we sent the condolence message. And I did not tell my mother because I thought if I tell my mother will reach. So when I went to my parents' place, Mummy was not there. She was already there. And she said nobody from PJP, nobody from the apartment was there. And there was a lonely girl. And Mummy consoled that girl, and with her she was till some of family members came. So I think being in your spiritual journey, it is such a blessing. And I feel Mummy is enlightened already. I may be wrong, but I think because nobody can do that.
Okay, good. I'm happy that people in this call, if you are able to lighten the load, when somebody dies, it's so important for us to make people understand that the person, sometimes you keep on touching the dead body, but the person must tell the dead person is already gone and already reborn. What are you crying about? The person is already born in some other mother's womb. This is the truth. We are in this, although we are realized, we still cry, somebody will die. Everybody has to die. Huh? I have to die, you have to die, but only the body will die. We are immortal souls. These things we don't have to memorize, we have to realize. Then there is nothing to analyze. I don't know what Bliss is saying. In my patlin, what's patlin? In my patlin, there is no guru worthy of his name. It's hazy and also filled with baseless myth. It has to be led by a blind man, and all the others are not interested. They choose their beliefs and remain stubborn. So Bliss is saying in her, where she lives, it's translated into English from French, so it comes. Sometimes when you do translation, it can be as more confusing than the real language. But what Bliss is saying, in where she lives, there is no good guru to lead people, and people are just following the myth, and people are as if people are blind, and people are just living. Yeah, you tell some people in the foreign world spirituality. That's why when Vivekananda went to America, he was respected because they found that he's talking some sense. And Hemlata said spirituality is being one with the universe. 98% people are stuck in rituals framed under different religions. Yes, too many rituals. My dear friends, you all are intellectually advanced people. It is for you to be able to help people on the spiritual path. We have crossed the time limit, and so I can't continue. Those who have come late with questions tomorrow, I have tried to give all those with audio, video. I tried to give you all priority. But I have to end this session telling you this, my dear friends, that this world is very sad. 99% of the people are suffering. People are suffering because people are ignorant. There is no peace of mind. There is no peace. People don't know. It is so easy to be a divine soul with humility. If there is humility and there is surrender, it is not difficult. But we are caught in this rascal mind, and we are caught in religion, and we are caught in myth, and we are caught in so many things. Therefore, thank you. Today's participation was excellent. I bow down to all of you. And tomorrow we have a nice session, whether there's a need to renounce. People think, oh, spirituality means sab chodo, ghar, khana, abana, pina, ghar-bar, family, sab chodo. Is that the case? No. So let's talk about renunciation tomorrow. With folded hands, I bow down to you.